Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. As you can see, I am back near... oh, I've got it on the frame. Okay, well, over there somewhere, it is the Wilfrid Noyce Centre, which, as people know, is the filming location for The Lost Treasure of Phineas, Dakota. In fact, I'm about to come up onto one of the roads that we actually used in the filming. Because, as everyone knows, essentially, in that, well, I say as everyone knows, not many people have seen that one, if it, it was a year ago. But a lot of people will know this road essentially from that video when Lyle is being chased up here by Olympia, or he overtakes her, in fact, on her bike. But yes, Lyle and Olympia basically went in a circle. I made it more of an epic montage, well, not an epic montage, but I made it a serviceable montage at the time, so it didn't look like we were just looping around here, but we actually were. So yes, the perks of movie magic, as you see. And speaking of movie magic, I guess it's time to talk about things that happened in the week, and of course what I've been doing. So first off, today actually, I re-recorded one of the MyStreet reviews, because I don't know why, the footage is gone. So just a heads up, I disclosed that in the video, but at the same time I thought I'd mention it here as well. So yes, the film is gone, so I made a new one, which, even though I was trying to skim forward, ended up being an hour long, but as you can see from that video, it turned out to be quite a lot of pointless fluff. So no, that's not just my dialogue, but I'll get on to more of that later. Which way am I going to go? Let's head up this way. I think this is probably going to be a slightly shorter one than before. I'll head up the other direction next time. Either way, that's going to happen. I need some footage for that, actually. I should have recorded myself in Facecam. I didn't think of that at the time. But yeah, so for some reason I don't have the capacity on my computer at the moment to sustain multiple recording files at once. Unlike in the olden days when I couldn't actually upload for whatever reason, I ended up storing a load of files which I still have on a hard drive to this day and haven't uploaded yet. So yes, I'm gonna have to try and look into that, because even though I keep moving my EasyVid projects, which used to be what took up most of my computer space, I guess I have to clear out my videos tab as well, because I have a lot of saved things there. So that's something as well that I have to get on and do. A bridge. Yes, but at the same time, this isn't much of a path. I'm going to carry on this way. That just leads back up to the road I was just on, so you know what? Not very exciting. Yeah. Well, not much like this video. I'm surprised at how well these have actually done. I thought they were going to be serviceable, I guess, but the last Walking Wednesdays got more views than the Mutant Girl episode 3. A film a video that took me around a month to make versus one that took me less than 20 minutes. Yeah. I don't get it either. I just clicked a piece of garlic pizza topping. Yes, okay. But yeah, I guess I'm going to keep making these because clearly something is working. I get people talking in Buttercore as well about these Walking Wednesdays. For example, the actor who plays Marwick was angry at the last one, Nani the heck? I have no idea why. I guess I just mentioned a couple of things. Either way, it is interesting that people are talking about whatever I'm discussing here, instead of me just spewing out information. It's actually causing a discussion, albeit outside of YouTube itself. I personally don't get it. But either way, I'm just following the demand, I guess. Like I always say, your opinion matters. Speaking of Mutant Girl, It's 3 days now until that same actor's birthday, and he wanted that to come out on his birthday. I don't see that really happening. I mean, I tried to get in contact with one of the other VAs, the one who plays Pop and Empress, Nasib. Well, you all know Nasib at this point. But at this point, it was to try and discuss how to arrange all of the outfits. I've just redesigned a bunch of the outfits now. Not every character got a makeover, but a lot of them did. And they're based on a couple of videos made by Nasib. So yeah, I guess as the costume supervisor, it's a lot better than her yelling instructions at me and me not being able to get it because the colours look different on a shared Discord screen than they do in the actual Gutliff itself. Thank you very much. Did I ever just Brie Larson reference? Why would I do that? Main road. That way. Main road. Like I said, there's not really that much to really talk about this week. I mean, I've been here most of the time. So, oh yes, well, I had a picnic a couple of days ago with, well, you remember Sophie from the reacting to my old videos video? That's an interesting sentence. And also our other friend Crystal. So it's been, I mean, I caught up with them not too long ago, but at the same time now it's coming towards summer. I've stayed behind a lot of the time to actually talk to them. Yes, that's a thing. Gonna head this way. Oh wait a minute, I just realised I'm not looking at the limited time. I thought I was running out of time. I barely started this thing. I thought it said I had 6 minutes left, not that I had 6 minutes of duration. And yes, Shiny, I know you're going to say that I'm an idiot. Whatever, do go ahead and call me that. I won't care. Where am I going? This way. Can I cross? Yes, I can. Alright. Up we go. Back up in the high street. Yeah. Every time I walk around Godalming, I tend to see a few people that I know, and that even happened this time, but outside of the high street. Normally it's the high street itself where I find people that I've seen before. So yeah, not quite sure. Ooh, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World coming soon. I didn't actually watch that film in cinemas. I don't know why. I think I partly was just concerned about, you know, the success of Alita. I know it's ridiculous to boycott films for that reason. I guess I just didn't have time. I don't know. A lot of the time Leon Tarkshina's talking about boycotting films now. Saying boycott The Rise of Skywalker because they made 2 other bad films and it's irredeemable. And oddly enough, after the picnic, Crystal herself was talking about how she didn't go and watch Mamma Mia 2. And now that is a personal battle, which I am going to have to defend. Because I, unpopular opinion, think Mamma Mia 2 is actually better than the first film. And the reason for that is that it actually just ties in a lot of things. Crystal mentions that Donna's mother is an inconsistent character, which, just as I say, yes, I can agree with that. But still, I think it's worth watching the film and actually drawing a better judgment than the trailer, because a lot of the time good films can have bad trailers and bad films can have good trailers. And Endgame can have 25,000 million trailers and people still wonder what's new to see in the actual film. Either way, I did want to start a film review series, and actually that was inspired by Mamma Mia 2. Oh, it's going the other way. Oh, look at that. Thirsty Thursday, as opposed to Walking Wednesday. Well, again, I'm not original, or Workout Wednesday exists. And Throwback Thursday, so I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Speaking of throwbacks, I do kind of like doing videos once in a while, like this one, where I just don't edit everything and it's not super high production. All I get is some very odd looks from people, but whatever, that just comes with the business. I do like the fact that, you know, I can go back to a slightly more classical style of me, albeit with face cam. But in those days where I can just press a button and not worry about how the video is actually made. Which of course results in abominable videos most of the time. So that's why I stopped doing it. But in this case, apparently it's working. So, yeah, that's a thing. In fact, a lot of my facecam videos work a lot better than my other videos, which is interesting because people subscribed mostly because of a video that I made without facecam. I guess that just shows how the business still evolves. And to be fair, I have thought for a while that my gameplay commentary could use something a bit more interesting in the background. But actually that's mostly because I'm trying to focus on the actual words of everything and just syncing up random footage. I'm not trying to, you know, do a leafy and just do all CSGO surf. I should do more Spore, actually. In fact, that's another thing that I started back in the day, Spore, The Legend of Tid. And that series, I didn't want to end, because that was at one point my most successful, consistent series. And it was just something new at the time, because all I'd done was Minecraft and Mario 63. Now I do a bunch of things. I'd only done a couple of songs at that point as well. I was going to do a Spore song. But eventually my computer crashed, and I lost the save file for that one. So it turned out that series was going to be forever unconcluded. Hence I made Legacy of Neville a lot later, and it didn't do so well. Sometimes I just wonder about how much my audience changes. I mean, that was from, Legend of Tid was from the pre-Athmau days, so a lot of people who are still subscribed to me now and haven't left me over the years are into other things that aren't what I used to do. And in some respects I do kind of wish people would check out the old stuff. But at the same time I do realize that the old stuff has very poor audio quality, much like Mutant Girl. And it just isn't as good. I'm not as quick-witted, I'm not as spontaneous, I'm not as interesting. So I do see why people are more interested in the other projects, I will admit. But in any case, speaking of other projects, we've now got 2 secret projects on the roll that I'm not going to talk about. That's another thing that people mentioned on Buttercore, which was that I didn't want them talking about the projects that we were doing, at least not spoiling them to the mass public. I mean, there's one girl who is aware of everything we're doing, and is kind of meeting the group, and is kind of sort of interesting herself into the mix of things. So yeah, shout out to Regina, but either way, she's the exception. So yeah, a lot of the time, people don't really discuss the series outside of the series itself for that specific reason, because it is spoiling things, and I don't want people to have too many spoilers. So of course I'm gonna not give too much information, but there is a second secret project that is in the works. Look at this. I do think I choose poor locations to film sometimes. I am not very good at this. Yeah. Reading the bus, yeah. Something I found out recently actually was that people in the US apparently don't take the bus that much. it's something I hadn't thought about because I haven't been in the US since I was 7, and I guess it just didn't, you know, click with me that people, we didn't take the bus either that much at the time. It was only when I started going to school in Spain that we took the bus, public transport, every single day. And then eventually started driving there. I don't know what happened there, whatever, so yeah, reasons. So it's just an interesting, different perspective. Apparently if you take the bus in the US, people look at you weirdly. But here, we're actually kind of environmentally conscious. It's not such an odd thing. I say that staring into a bus that has mostly empty seats. You can't see it, but it's that one over there. I don't know. What am I going to say? Something else I was to say? Well, I mentioned the picnic. I didn't go into too much detail about it. But then again, I don't really want to go into too much detail about what was discussed there because, you know, just different pieces of personal lives and things. Just all of us trying to do a decent catch up. That's all it was, really. And that's all that this is. A jolly decent catch up. Okay, so I'm going to sign off now, I think, because I'm sure the light's going to change sometime soon. So thank you all for watching this Walking Wednesday, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot more than you than I think there are. And yeah, please leave a like or dislike, because once again, your opinion matters. And on that note, until next time, farewell.